Yeah, I think it could be not only perceived as desperate and like a kind of a gimmicky thing, but also I still don't know if she would absolutely accept the job. And you want egg on your face, offer her that to become the first head coach in the NBA, and she turns you down.
Well, yeah, it comes down, does Pop tell her to take it or not, right?
Yeah, exactly. And could she possibly be in line down the road for that job, although they have other very capable assistant coaches right there on the bench with him. But the question is, how desperate are the Grizzlies? How desperate is this organization now to have the fan base at least excited about something? It's not often you can get excited about a head coach, but I would think there'd be a lot of intrigue and interest, at least at first. I don't know if that would wane over time because the team doesn't win. But I'm not saying that would be because of her, because we don't know what the roster would be like. So how desperate is this organization?
I want to put a question to the one among us who played Division I college football, which would not be Eli or Greg.
Oh, I was going to say, man, did I miss?
So let's go back. Let's say you're in the middle of your career at Memphis, Gabe. And the coach leaves, and the first female college football head coach is brought in to coach you. How does that go over in the locker room? What are the reactions?
You'd have mixed reactions, not even a question. It would be very, very, very interesting to see, because especially I think it's a little different when you talk about football though compared to basketball, because football, I mean, no woman in the history of history has played a position at the collegiate level until very recently, and that's like D3.
Right.
So I think football and basketball are completely different when you think about having a female head coach.
Yeah,
but yes, there would definitely be mixed reviews of what that was.
But are we ready in 2019 for a female head coach in the NBA? It seems like we are certainly moving in that direction, that I think more players would be positive about it. There's some that won't be, and they may not even be vocal. It may be behind closed doors, but I think there'd be a lot more positive than there would be 5, 10, 15 years ago, certainly.
I will say, if there was one female coach that I would have, it would be Becky Hammon. Not even a question, because I think she has done a great job with the Spurs. She's been around the block, so
she's learning from the best.
Well, I'd say this. I mean, looking at it from her standpoint, a first job where you don't have to deal with a high-profile superstar on the roster is probably a plus. There's no expectations of making the playoffs is probably a plus. But, you know, you really find out how tough it is to coach in the NBA as soon as the record starts to get crooked in a bad way, right? And Hall of Fame coaches have lost locker rooms. And so it's one thing when you're in that honeymoon period and you're 0-0 or you're 2-2. And then it's another if you're sitting there at 4-14, and you know, then players are going to say what players are going to say as time goes on. And how do you handle it? Can you, if you start to lose it a little bit, can you bring it back?
It would certainly be polarizing, and it would certainly be attention grabbing. But I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be upset from my standpoint, which doesn't really matter. But
it'd be a good story. I'll tell you that.
It'd be fun.
It'd be a good story.
I mean, there's no doubt. You would become such a big story every time, every new city they go into, the first game of the year. I would believe it would be on national TV, even though they're going to be terrible. Like, I think they would be national TV for their opener because of the story. But I think for her, I think it would be dumb to take the Grizzlies job.
That's what Pop. Personally, I think that's what Pop would tell her. Like, yes, you want this opportunity. You don't want it in this situation with this owner.
And the worst thing that could happen is the Woj bomb comes out that the Grizzlies have offered Becky Hammon the gig, and she has turned them down. That's the worst case scenario. Don, next week we'll talk a lot about the draft. Obviously, Darrell Henderson, Tony Pollard, others from the area that are hoping to get their names called and should quite early, in fact, with Henderson, and we'll see where Tony Pollard goes. But it should be a fun night a fun draft starting Tuesday. Make that Thursday with the first round. More than likely, Darrell Henderson's big evening will be on Friday as it's rounds 2 and 3. And then sometime on Saturday, Tony Pollard. Could be a couple of other guys again. And then, of course, a host of regional players from Ole Miss that will certainly go, and maybe Mississippi State, Arkansas as well. I'm not so sure about Tennessee, but we'll see, and we'll talk about that next week. Right now, I want to talk about your sponsors.
Absolutely. Invisible Fence of Memphis. Let me tell you what they did for me. I've got a beagle, and she was able to get out of my backyard no matter what I did. A virtual Houdini. I tried other containment systems. They did not work. They came over. They installed their system. She's happy. She's in the backyard enjoying these beautiful days. If you want to call Invisible Fence at 901-751-2929, if you want to get a system installed, and I highly recommend it, tell them Don Wade or my beagle, Bella, sent you, and they will give you free installation. The Memphis Baseball Academy, located in Cordova. You need instruction for pitching, hitting, fielding. They can help you with all of that. It's private lessons on the hitting side. They've got hit tracks. They'll give you exit velocity and launch angle. You can find them on the web at memphisbaseballacademy.com.
Don, thank you very much. Talk to you next week. That's Don Wade from the Daily Memphian. You can follow him on Twitter at DWadeMEM and catch him every Tuesday right here at this time on Sports 56 Middays. We will take a break. When we come back, final half hour of the show. Got 2.5 questions coming up. Also, the First Bank phone lines are open at 360-8255. First Bank text line at 67129. Or you can also tweet us at Eli560, at Greg_Gaston. This is Middays on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 in 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stats. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
911, what's your emergency?
This car, an SUV, it was going across, it went around the barrier and the train. Oh God.
Ma'am, did a train hit an SUV? Is that what happened?
Yes, the train is still going. The train is going, and the car, I can't believe it.
You can't judge the speed of an approaching train. That's why the signals are there. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
If you've always thought, hey, I'd look pretty good in a Lexus, well, guess what? Lexus thinks so, too. Lexus is offering you the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Great offers on all 2019 models and special lease options. Drive in luxury and confidence, knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by Lexus of Memphis, 2600 Ridgeway, and put yourself in the driver's seat of an all-new 2019 flagship LS500. Hey, you look pretty good there. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Memphis. Experience amazing. Gun enthusiasts in the Mid-South know all about guns and ammo at 3615 Summer and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven, because they carry the largest selection of both guns and ammo in the area. They are authorized dealers of Colt, Benelli, CZ, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Sig Sauer, Vergara, and a lot more. If you or someone you know is looking for something for self-defense, competition, hunting, or just something that goes boom, then get to Guns and Ammo, 3615 Summer in Memphis and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven.
Now, back to Sports 56 Middays presented by FedEx. This hour is also brought to you by Lads for your zero-turn mower and golf car needs. Here once again are Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy.
Cardinals have made a move. Pitcher Daniel Ponce de Leon has been recalled from the Redbirds. Drew Robinson has been optioned. Tyler O'Neill will begin his injury rehab with Springfield, the AA affiliate of the Cardinals.
This hour of the program is brought to you by Lads. They're at 6881 Appling Farms Parkway. It's just off I-40 at Witten Road, and you can find them online, ladsonline.com, where you can check out those club car golf carts as well as custom build one. See all the options you can get. See what they've got on the showroom floor. The club car golf cart. See specials. They've got they got a special financing deal going on right now in the club car Onward. They also have your zero-turn lawnmowers with these Spartan mowers. They're fantastic, whether residential or commercial mowing needs. They've got you taken care of with the full line of Spartan mowers at Lads. Again, 6881 Appling Farms Parkway and online, ladsonline.com. Time now for 2.5 questions.
Who, what, where, when, how, and why? Questions start with these. Step right up and answer all my questions, if you please.
I'm just a normal kid, like you, except that I ask questions. And because I'm brave enough to ask questions, I come under scrutiny.
Asking all them questions. Why you asking all them questions?
Now here is a question for you.
What does the fox say?
Question number 1. When we finally get down to it on Thursday night, we work our way through all of the different smoke screens.
Mm-hmm.
Who goes number 1 in the NFL draft?
I really want to say Joey Bosa goes 1. I want to say it.
Well, that would be interesting. If they could draft him off the Chargers.
I'm sorry, the other Bosa, Nick Bosa. Sorry.
They draft Joey. We got a story.
The other Bosa. I don't know, there's still something that tells me that Arizona is not going to take Kyler Murray, but every single expert says that they will.
There's a very, very, very slow movement away from that Kyler Murray number 1 spot.
Yeah, I mean, there was reports over the weekend that they were going to pass on him.
Yeah, and I've heard Nick Bosa as well. It's either Nick Bosa or Kyler Murray.
Right now, the odds, Kyler Murray is still 1-5 to go number 1. Nick Bosa you can get at 4-1. Quinnen Williams at 9-1. Josh Allen's at 33-1.
See, here's the thing. If they don't take Kyler Murray, man, we've seen drafts where there has been a player that's expected to be picked, not picked, and it causes a little, hey, the dominoes fall and this is fun. This causes chaos. I mean, this absolutely, like, what's going on? Why all of a sudden, when they are or appear to be certainly the suitors for Kyler Murray, they don't take him? What is happening here? Then you got these other teams that are looking at quarterbacks. The Giants have already made it clear they're not going to take if Gettleman's telling the truth, they're not going to take a quarterback at 6. If Haskins is available, well, what happens if Kyler Murray was available? Or what would another team do to move up into that position? But to answer your question, I'm going to be wrong on this, but I'm sticking to my guns. They're not taking Kyler Murray. They're taking Nick Bosa.
Okay. By the way, I was thinking about this. If Josh Allen goes in the top 10, if we ever had, especially back-to-back years, 2 guys by the same name drafted in the top 10?
I can't imagine unless there's like a Robert Johnson or something. No, I can't imagine.
That'd be pretty impressive.
It is.
You get a Josh Allen in the top 10. Maybe he'll go last year's Josh Allen was number
8 or 9. Where was he? Buffalo.
He was in that 6, 7, 8, 9 range. I think he was pretty sure he was between 5 and 10. What if maybe we could get a Josh Allen in the same slot back-to-back years?
Well, you got a Josh Allen offensive player, then a Josh Allen defensive player.
You find Josh Allen from last year?
Pick 7 overall.
Okay.
7. Okay.
I think this year's Josh Allen will go a little bit higher.
Yeah, I was going to say he probably won't quite make it down to 7, but that's a possibility. We could get back-to-back Josh Allens in the 7th spot.
You've been with me pretty much all along with the Kyler Murray thing. Do you now believe he will be taken by Arizona?
Well, I mean, I've just said all along, like, I've gone with the people. And so, like, if everybody thinks they're going to do it, I just assume they will. I just don't. My thing is, I wouldn't take him number 1. I don't think they should take him number 1.
Right.
But it seems like everything to this point has been that they are going to take him. I mean, if they do end up doing it, I want to see what they get for Josh Rosen. I'm interested to see what Josh Rosen nets them in a trade. For a guy who was drafted, he was 11th last year, the 11th overall pick. 1 year later, what do you get for him?
Don't you trade a late first rounder? I mean, if you need a quarterback, isn't that worth it?
But the thing is, once they draft Kyler Murray, like, then they lose all leverage. Everybody knows, like, okay, well, they're obviously trading Josh Rosen. Like, what do we have? Do we have to give up that much? Do we have to give up a first round pick when they're going to trade him?
Well, you would think, although, I mean, certainly Rosen would want to be traded, but they don't necessarily have to.
They're not keeping 11th overall pick to be their backup quarterback. There's no way. You're taking a guy who, with that little experience and paying that much money to be your backup quarterback.
Well, Kyler Murray, chances are he gets squashed one game. You definitely need a couple of quarterbacks.
But if you're gonna get a cheap veteran guy rather than paying first round money to a guy with no experience to be your backup.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever to keep him as your backup quarterback.
What kind of coins he making with that where he was picked compared to what you got to pay a veteran coming in?
I don't know what that 11th slot nets guys.
I mean, you're not going bankrupt over it, are you? I mean, I wouldn't just trade him for anything.
Rosen is on a 4-year, $17.5 million deal with a signing bonus of $10 million.
See, that's not bad at all. You've already paid him the $10 million signing bonus. It's not that bad.
It's just so bizarre to me because when you think about what the Cardinals, if they wouldn't have gone through such a dramatic switch in the offseason this year, you wouldn't even be talking about Kyler Murray because Josh Rosen still deserves his chance. This is a first-year quarterback who didn't have any O-linemen.
No, he had no chance last year.
And then Larry Fitzgerald is his best wide receiver, and he's ancient at this point.
Well, Kyler Murray was going to go play baseball, and Cliff Kingsbury was going to be the offensive coordinator at USC, and now he's the head coach and has that relationship where it's almost like, yeah, I shouldn't have said what I said about Murray before because now I'm in that position. I have to take him. Well, you don't have to take him if you don't feel he's the guy, but it seems like from all indications he is. But there's just a little something that's telling me that he's not going to be chosen. And if that happens, then Katie bar the door. Because where does he end up going? If he fell to 6, the Giants we'd have to take him, right? Or would they?
I don't know if he fits that system the same way that a Haskins would or a Locke.
Yeah.
And they don't even like Haskins right now. At least that's what Gettleman's saying. But it'll be fun. It'll be real fun Thursday if that happens.
Like Kyler Murray starts sliding in the draft and he like goes past number 10 and he just like he puts on his Oakland A's hat and walks out of the green room. He's like, all right, I'm off to baseball again, guys. It's been fun.
And they've come back with more money. I mean, they've offered more money, Oakland, for him to go to baseball. By the way, I will not be on Twitter. I will be watching the draft. I hate when it comes out first on Twitter as you watch it. So I don't want to see that stuff at all. In fact, I don't like it when they go to they're in the green room and they go to the table and the dude's taking the phone call. I might not even watch. I might just be listening, walking around my house because I don't know. There's something about the names being called that I really like.
Don't they have the expanded coverage on ABC now too?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like,
That's the
game day crew.
Game day crew with
Golick.
What's her name? Good Morning America.
Robin Roberts. Yeah.
And then you're going to have
Golick, Wingo. Aren't they involved?
No, that's the ABC is the game day guys. She's hosting with the game day guys. And then you got like Luke Bryan and Bobby Bones from American Idol that are going to be doing stuff.
Bobby Bones, is he a pirate?
ABC is going to be doing, there's going to be doing I think they're going to be a much more trying to focus on the entertainment, but still have the game day guys there, I guess, as the football heads of it.
Oh, so Golick and Wingo are probably radio. I saw an advertisement for Golick and Wingo, and either
they're probably on the ESPN or they're on the ESPN thing.
That's right. They'll have coverage there and ABC. That's true.
Yeah, ABC is like with the Luke Bryan, like they're getting like more of the entertainers from Nashville, all that stuff.
Yeah,
involved in their
couldn't care less.
Their coverage. I mean, whatever. They've got
sing me a song, Luke.
You got the NFL Network. I mean, you're going to have it on. You're going to have the draft on 3 different networks, basically, with NFL Network, ESPN, and ABC. All will be doing draft coverage. Like, part of me wishes I could be in downtown Nashville. I just want to see the scene. But then the other part of me is like, I don't want to be anywhere near downtown Nashville. Question number 2. If you could go to you're going to go to every game, and it's all expenses are paid. You don't have to worry about anything cost-wise. Which second round playoff series would you choose to go to? Bucks, Celtics, 76ers, Raptors, or Warriors, Rockets?
Bucks, Celtics.
Interesting. Some people think that one could be the shortest one.
Yeah, but to see Joel Embiid and to see I'm sorry, that's Philadelphia.
I was like, wait a second. Did Joel Embiid get traded?
I'm sorry. To see Jason Tatum and those guys trying to guard the Greek Freak I'm looking forward to that. Houston, Golden State will be good, but we saw it last year. And I am not a big, although I respect his game, I'm not a big Kawhi Leonard fan. Toronto just doesn't do it for me. Now, it's kind of cool to see Marc Gasol playing for them. But Toronto and Philly, that's not a bad one. Not a bad one. But Boston and Milwaukee, although there'll be a lot of green. It's going to be a lot of green in that series. That's the one I'd pick.
Okay. Question number 3. This inspired a little bit by old James Holzhauer, who just continues to dominate on Jeopardy. I'm actually getting to the point where I may have to start watching Jeopardy again just to see this guy, because I'm like now I feel like he is like whatever great player in a sport. Like now I got to see him play. Like if I had never seen LeBron play, I'm like, okay, everybody keeps talking about this guy. I got to see what he does. This dude, I got to see. I think I have to start watching him because this is unbelievable what he's doing.
How do they tape Jeopardy? How many shows are already done? Like in the can for it's not live, right? So this guy's already done a bunch of shows.
I have no idea how many they.
He's probably sworn to secrecy, right? To say what he did.
He may never lose the way he's going.
What's he up to now? Total.
It's approaching 1 million, I think.
Jeez.
Something like that. I think it's like maybe it's like 750,000, but he's only been like 10 shows, I think. Like if he at his pace, he will break Ken Jennings' money record in less than half the shows that Ken Jennings was on.
This guy will win all this money at Jeopardy, and it'll go into the casinos and lose it.
I don't.
He's a big time gambler. Watch, he'll take all that money and then lose it back to the casinos.
He probably outsmarts the casinos too. Anyway, if you could go on any game show that is currently on today, what would it be?
What the heck's still on?
Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune.
No.
Price is Right.
No.
Let's Make a Deal is still on.
So far, Price is Right is the leader in the clubhouse.
I don't know if there's any more game shows that are currently on.
How about the one that Regis used to host? That's not on, is it?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
I don't think so.
Aren't there still I
don't know if Game Show Network
that's what I want to know.
Does any new of anything?
Yeah, those that are still on right now.
Like Jeopardy, I would never, because I know I'm going to win. Like that would be useless for
me
to go on
moron
Jeopardy.
On that thing.
What's it? Family Feud still on?
Family Feud is still on. Yes. Who's hosting it now?
I think it's Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good.
Still doing it.
Someone just called in and said the guy you're talking about made $947,000 so far, and he's averaging $71,000 an episode.
940. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I mean, I just
71,000 an episode.
It's insane. He is broken. What was the other thing I saw? What the previous record I think for one day was 77,000. He has passed that 5 times. Like so, basically half of his shows he has broken the old record. You think of how long Jeopardy had been on, which I don't even know what that is, but it's forever.
Right.
And the highest anybody ever got was 77,000. This guy in the span of like 10 or 11 shows has gone over that 5 times. That's insane.
All right, to answer your question, let's see. So Jeopardy, I'm with you. I'm not going to be a fool. I'm not going on Jeopardy.
Somebody says the guy makes Ken Jennings look dumb. Well, see, the thing is but Ken Jennings just wasn't, as he said, he just isn't as risky as this. Like this guy clearly is a gambler. Like, so when he gets the daily double or whatever, like he's willing to risk it all. Or in Final Jeopardy.
True daily double.
In Final Jeopardy, Ken Jennings was going to do what he needed to win. Like, if he, like he knew he could, this guy doesn't care. Like this guy, if he gets it wrong, will go down to like 0. He doesn't care. Like he's just, I don't care. Like I'll risk $40,000.
Well, Jennings has said that he would lose to him because he's also older too.
Oh, somebody says Joker's Wild with Snoop Dogg. I have seen commercials for that. I forgot about that. That's right.
Joker's Wild's on?
Snoop Dogg is hosting Joker's Wild.
Ooh. I would say I'm not going on Let's Make a Deal. I'm wearing something like a clown suit. I'd go Joker's Wild is pretty enticing here. I'm going to go Price is Right. I'll do the Price is Right.
Oh, you're going to be terrible at Price is Right.
Price is Wrong, Bob.
You're going to be terrible at that.
Why?
When's the last time you went shopping?
I go shopping with my wife every Sunday. Not every Sunday, but when I can. I do, but you're right. I'm not really staring at the prices, though.
You're going to be terrible in there.
Yeah, I might be bad on that one. But that's probably the one. Joker's Wild, I forget how the game's played. Is that the one where you gotta crank like a slot machine? Joker, right? That's not a bad one. What's the one with big whammy? I mean, no whammies.
That's Pressure Luck.
Pressure Luck. That's not on, right?
No.
Right.
Well, that was the one that the guy cheated many years ago.
Oh, did he?
I think that guy just died recently. The guy that cheated Pressure Luck. I bet that's dude on Jeopardy right now. He could figure out the Pressure Luck thing like the other guy did and cheat and just beat the system.
Let me squeeze Bill on here before the break. Hey, Bill, how are you?
What's up, guys?
Not much.
All right, first off, Greg, you need one size smaller with your shirt.
One size smaller?
When you got your arms blowed up like that, you need to every guy with big arms always has a shirt too small. But
wait. This is extra large, this shirt.
I know, you need a large.
Oh, go smaller?
It'll make your arms look even bigger.
Oh,
Brandon was right when he was talking about Johnny Guns. That's hilarious. That's the first time I've seen it in a long time.
It's Joey Guns. Come on.
Joey Guns. My bad. It's been a while. Hey, look, I'm a diehard Celtic fan, but I have my money on the Bucks. But I'm going to tell you what, that is going to be a ridiculously awesome series because Brad Stevens already knows he has to design something special for this. He has the talent. I mean, the way they're playing right now, I know that the Pacers were underrated. They're a tough team. They're a hard-nosed bulldog type of team. But they are playing as a team right now better than they have all season, the Celtics are.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a great series. The Bucks are not going to have an easy path to the next round.
There's some people I've heard some people think that like the Bucks are going to like kill them. And I think it's going to be a great series. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Boston wins.
That's why I picked the one, Bill. I mean, you obviously have your allegiance to the Celtics, so you would pick that series too. But of the three that Eli gave me for the choice, I think it's going to be dynamite. I really do. I think Boston has found their way, and it's just how are they going to defend? See, if you got Giannis, but then you got Lopez. So what are they going to put? You're going to put Horford on Lopez and then Tatum on Giannis?
They can put Morris on Lopez. When there's pressure on him, I don't think he's as good. You know, they have an easy time because of Giannis. I think Horford is knows he's experienced. He knows how to play the game. I think they're going to design it where they're going to push him into zones where they can double team and make it harder for him to just automatically find open guys. And we have more talent on the court than other teams. I think these guys are going to play together, whereas they're going to look for those when he's passing. They're going to look for those passes to find those open spots, bait him in the open path where his normal areas are, and then steal the ball. And then we have the offense to take it to the basket. The whole team is going to have to play in this series, not just him. Bledsoe's going to put a lot more pressure on him, having to try to guard Kyrie. It's going to be a little different than what the last series was. I'm excited for it. Irrelevant if we win or not, it's going to be an awesome series. It's going to be like old time Sixers and Celtics, and I know, Greg, you remember that back in the day. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a knockdown, drag out. There's going to be some really contentious going on here. It's going to be. To me, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be, as I say, must see TV because that other series I could care less about Toronto and Philly. I think both those teams are way overrated. No matter who wins, the Bucks, Celtics, they're going to go to the finals. But it's going to be awesome. I just can't wait for it. Actually.
Thank you, Bill.
It'll be fun, no doubt about it.
So Bill's a big Celtics fan, but did he not say he bet on Milwaukee, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be tough for me. I'd have to stay off that series because I can't root against my team. Try to win money. You know what I mean? I know money sometimes is the most important thing.
He's not. He's rooting for his team, and the money is a consolation prize if they lose.
Oh, so he's kind of hedging a little bit in the sense of
if your team loses, at least you got money for it.
Interesting. Never thought of it that way.
Folks, it's time to hit the field for a lot of folks. We're getting to that time of year, and you got to make sure you have your equipment ready to go. Or if you need new equipment, you know where to go to get it. It's Mid-South Ag Equipment. They're just south of Collierville on Goodman Road. The phone number is 662-890-3141. You can go to their website at midsouthag.com. Check out their full line of equipment. They've got the Case IH Farmall series of tractors, bush hog cutters, and all kinds of other things that you need. And right now, they got all kinds of special offers. As a matter of fact, if you go to their website, they got a whole section of special offers they've got right now. There's such things as 0% for 72 months on Case IH Farmall tractors right now at Mid-South Ag Equipment. Easier than ever to get to, just off I-269 South. They're a half-mile west of the Goodman Road exit. That's Mid-South Ag Equipment.
Seahawks pick up a first and a second as they trade Frank Clark to the Chiefs. That's breaking news. 2019 first rounder. So Seattle is able to get the Chiefs first rounder this year and a second rounder next year. Plus they swap third round picks as the Seahawks agree to trade Frank Clark to the Chiefs. We'll take a break, come back and wrap it up with one final thing. This is Middays on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
The Tigers, the Grizzlies, the SEC. We are Real Sports Talk.
I love it. I love it.
Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
The Home Depot's making it easy to turn your favorite moment into the perfect color for any room with the Project Color app. Upload any image, then discover the colors and paint to match. Now you're a swipe and a click closer to everything you need for your next project. Explore the most popular colors and trending palettes to find your perfect paint. Get a colorful new experience with the Project Color app, then shop our best brands with gallons starting from just $25.97 at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only. See store for details.
If you're having pain in your hips, knees, shoulders, neck or back, autoimmune disease like Parkinson's, rheumatoid arthritis, and neuropathy, then you need to call Schrader Orthopedic and Stem Cell Treatment Center. Dr. Schrader is a pioneer in many less invasive procedures. In 2012, he was asked to join a California research group and be a part of their approved clinical research study on stem cell therapy. He became a patient as well as a provider, and he decided to give this a shot. When he received pain relief from his own stem cells, he decided to offer the procedure to his patients. It's a painless procedure. Your own stem cells are harvested from your own body. They're concentrated to their purest form and then injected into your joints and given through an IV. Stem cells are an effective, non-invasive procedure, and they can be a very good alternative to surgery. So if you've been unable to enjoy tennis or golf, hunting, fishing, everyday activities that you love to do, please call Dr. Schrader. The number is 901-465-4300. Schrader Orthopedic and Stem Cell Treatment Center.
A great restaurant makes you feel like you're in the right place from the very beginning, and there's no greater restaurant in downtown Memphis than 117 Prime, and Prime knows how to start your meal better than any other place. Starters range from the char-grilled oysters, to the roasted Brussels sprouts with Benton's bacon, to the white truffle palm frites, to the breathtaking butcher's platter, always featuring something new and special you didn't even know you were craving. Try the best crab cakes you've ever tasted. A great restaurant is great right from the start, and 117 Prime is downtown Memphis's great restaurant.
Even in my own home, I had my own designated space to smoke. If I think about it, it really was like I was punishing myself. A friend of mine said, why wouldn't you just try the Juul? And so I went out and I bought one. The idea of going back to smoking, I couldn't even imagine doing that. I don't think anyone, including myself, thought that I could switch.
Carolyn made the switch October 2016. Make the switch at JUUL.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle. It took 15 minutes to click on the banner ad entitled, "You Won't Believe What These Child Stars Look Like Now." Be dissatisfied and kind of sad about how the child stars look. And now your computer is plagued by incessant pop-up ads.
Oh, this can't be good.
To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 clickbait minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
Now, back to Sports 56 Middays presented by FedEx. This hour is also brought to you by Lads for your zero-turn mower and golf car needs. Here once again are Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy.
Yeah, the boys round here drinking that ice cold beer, talking about girls, talking about trucks.
Welcome back, everybody. 12:52 the time. Talking about trucks. Thought there was a commercial. Final segment here for us on Sports 56 Middays. Johnny Radio's Happy Hour still to come.
Can you do your little country singer again? That voice was good.
Talking about trucks.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Blake Shelton. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to talk about the rapidly approaching NFL draft. I know. Rapidly approaching NFL draft. Tony Pauline will join us, NFL draft analyst and publisher of draftanalyst.com. Also tomorrow, our 4-man scramble. We'll make our picks for this week's Zurich Classic, which is down in New Orleans.
The old team event.
Oh, that's right. It is the team event. So how do we do that?
You draft a team. You pick a team. You get to pick 3 teams.
Okay. Did Penke win again?
Yeah, he's undefeated, and he still has. And now he finally gets the first pick. He hasn't had he's the only person who hasn't picked first, and he's 3-0.
He has taken a year of being ribbed, being made fun of, and he's taken it out on us this season.
The redemption tour of Keith Penke is on, no doubt about it. Time now for one final thing.
Before Greg and Eli get out of here for the day, they each have one final thing they think you should know to make it through the rest of your day. So here are Greg and Eli with one final thing.
All right, 247 Sports has put together their list of college football's toughest places to play. It's their top 10. I'll give you the top 10. I don't believe Gabe Kuhn, playing for the University of Memphis, ever played in any of these stadiums, so I'll ask him also the toughest stadium he's ever played in. But we'll start with Memorial Stadium, Clemson, number 1. Sanford Stadium, Georgia, number 2. Tiger Stadium, LSU, number 3. Beaver Stadium, Penn State, number 4. Kyle Field, Texas A&M, 5. Alton Stadium, Oregon, 6. Michigan Stadium, the Big House, Michigan. Bryant-Denny Stadium, way down at number 8, Alabama. Ohio Stadium, Ohio State, the Horseshoe. And Memorial Stadium, Nebraska. What would be the toughest place you've ever played in?
It's going to sound crazy, but TDECU, Houston. I remember we played there. It was my sophomore year when we were both ranked. And when they filled that thing out, it's aluminum. It's built straight up, and you literally cannot hear a thing in there.
That was the first year of that. Was
yes, that was the first year of that.
Because I was at that game. I was at that game.
UCF's pretty loud, but it's sort of built out a little more, and it's not big. It doesn't go up.
Yeah, it's a lot different than the old Robertson Stadium.
That's the one
down in Houston.
Not to bring up the bad memory, that's the one you guys lost with the missed field goal at the end, right? Yeah, I was at that game.
I'm sure Jake would want to have that one.
We talked a lot of trash to the Houston fans early in that game, and then we had to shut up. then we quieted. Speaking of college football, there is a couple of rule changes for this year that have been announced on targeting rules now. There's no longer the opportunity for the referee after review to just say a targeting call stands. It either has to be confirmed or it is overturned. If any part of the targeting call cannot be confirmed, the call on the field is supposed to be overturned. Also, if you rack up 3 targeting calls in a season, you could be subject to a 1-game suspension. And in overtime now, if they reach a 5th overtime, the teams will now alternate 2-point attempts. The ball will no longer start at the 25-yard line starting in the 5th overtime.
What do you think?
I'm fine. I mean, they're like that stuff last year with LSU and A&M. That's just those kids. Like that's just getting ridiculous when you're out there playing for that long. Going to 2-point, I'm absolutely fine with that. Just let them go go back and forth until somebody wins. I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good move.
I still wish the targeting there would be levels of targeting. I wish there was a targeting call that didn't include the ejection. Like you could call it and say it's a 15-yard penalty, but it's not an ejection. Like do it like flagrant fouls in the NBA.
We're agreeing with too many things today, but I agree with that also. Want to thank Spencer McDaniel, Jeremiah Martin, and Don Wade for joining us on the program today. Again, tomorrow we're back at 10. We'll talk NFL draft with Tony Pauline, among many other topics and great subjects, as well as the 4-man scramble, plus dinner and a movie, give you a chance to win a great prize package. Big thanks to Gabe Kuhn for pinch hitting today for Max Vincent. Stay tuned. Johnny Radio's Happy Hour is coming up next. So for Gabe and Eli, I'm Greg. Have a great day, everybody.
Whether we like it or not, best I can tell, the world's gone to hell. We're sure gonna miss it a lot.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville, Germantown Commissary.